Well, Ability1st has been in Tallahassee for just at 45 years. And we started as a residential facility, and we actually housed persons with disability. I'm sure you're familiar with the philosophy of independent living. In the past, people were really marginalized when they were put in institutions or in types of homes. There's lots of horror stories about persons with disabilities having their rights violated and living in very unsafe, unsanitary, unacceptable conditions. So Ability1st really wanted to kind of change that stigma. And all those years ago, eventually it was transitioned to more of a resource center as opposed to a residential living facility. We always try to make sure we differentiate that. Sometimes we have folks calling us looking for a place to live, but we more facilitate information and referrals out into the community while offering peer support to the people that we serve. Well, that's such a great question, and it's so relevant because one of our main philosophies here at Ability1st is inclusion. And that is lived every single day because it's a requirement through one of our main grant funders that we have 51% of our staff and 51% of our board or more as a person with a disability. And that allows everybody to have a say in the type of services we're offering, as well as give their experiences and their day-to-day life things that they see and feel and do and experience be part of the conversation of how we're serving our members in our community. So you're not just hearing from people who think they know what others go through. There are people who actually live it every single day of their life. And so I think that is literally walking the talk, or talking the walk, walking, oh, you'll edit that. I think it is literally, living what people go through. Yes, there's so many different people that have either a small thing happen to them that changes their life or a big thing happen to them. And everybody that we serve is really special and important to us. Recently, we had a person who lived in a mobile home for at least 15 plus years, and they were renting that home, and the landlord really just kind of started neglecting them, not listening to some of the things that were happening. And this is someone who uses a wheelchair for mobility, and there was a leak in this mobile home, and it caused the floors to start dipping. It caused all kinds of issues, and eventually they were only able to use one room in that whole mobile home to live, and not to mention the mold concerns. So we were able to identify a new property on Jackson Bluff that was accepting new tenants that had a very affordable rent. So we went through the steps to get this person qualified and finally moved into not only a brand new apartment, but also an accessible apartment, which is something that they have never, ever experienced in their living situation. So from the bathrooms to the kitchen, just to the layout, everything makes it so much easier for a person using a wheelchair to live their daily life. And I think something that really stood out to me is that the mobile home they lived in was on a dirt road, and they don't drive. And so there is a Dollar General right down the street from this apartment complex. And this is the first time they have ever been able to go to a store by themselves without requesting a ride or asking somebody to take some time to take them somewhere. And that is the epitome of independent living that people are seeking. Not to mention, this person babysits their grandchild, and the mobile home was absolutely not suitable or safe. So having this apartment with even a spare bedroom so their granddaughter could spend the night and just, grow and thrive with her grandmother really touched my heart so much that I just hope that we can get something like this underway for so many more people. Well, Ability1st is known for a lot of different things. We're truly a human services agency, though. We are truly serving our low-income community members who need assistance with housing, food, help applying for benefits, assistance getting to doctor's appointments, mental health and substance abuse support. But we're also known for our ramp building program and our durable and disposable medical supplies. So the ramp program is so near and dear to so many people's hearts in Tallahassee and our surrounding counties, because when somebody can't get in and out of their homes, so many things happen to them, first being severe depression just by feeling trapped. And, depression leads to a decline in overall health. So when somebody is able to get one of our ramps or get a ramp from another organization, it just opens up a whole new possibility for them to be able to go to church or to the store or to the park. And that really improves a person's overall well-being. So we really want to continue this ramp program. We've recently streamlined our application process. We've streamlined, the counties that we're working in. We don't always have funding in some of those outlying counties. So we're really trying to empower those communities to raise money for us to be able to build the ramp itself, because supplies are so astronomical in cost right now. But if there's a will, there's a way. And so we're able to get out, to, unfortunately, areas like Steinhatchee or Perry that recently, experienced these devastating hurricanes. We can go and either build or rebuild a ramp in those areas that we normally, wouldn't be in, but we know that we're needed. So that's something we are really focused on, is just letting the public know how our process works. We have some funding that does cover the ramps, but we also have a lot more need than resources. So when the public is more aware of that, and maybe they can do their own fundraiser, or they can, help us be creative to come up with ways to make it happen. That's been a really great thing, because it's more of a partnership.